Example 5.
Hey, look, trick stuff.
Let's get tricky with it. Okay, so to
So-
eliminate the parameter on this one, it's a little bit trickier.
So it's trickier.
It's trickier. This may go on for a while. Okay, because we're going to end up using these identities down here.
Triggies.
Yeah, the trig identities. So what matters here is we have sine and cosine, and we know that cosine squared plus sine squared is 1.
Yeah, always. And so we want to try and get that combination. If we see one, we probably will want to insert sine, cosine, sine squared, cosine squared. If we have a sine or cosine, we want to try and get sine squared plus cosine squared.
Okay, so I'm going to take the x equation, and this is very different from what we've done up to now.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit on the unique side of life.
Yeah, so we're going to take the x equation, and we're going to square both sides.
It's trigonomics. Now, this is totally legal because what Mrs. Stevenson did on the left, she did on the right. So we haven't violated any algebraic rules.
That's right, and if I actually figure out what that is, it's x squared. Make sure you remember your rules here on the right. This is going to be 2 squared sine squared, which is 4.
4 sine squared.
And that's important.
Yes.
And then we've got...
Let's go ahead and do the y side.
Yeah, we've got y squared equals 2 cosine
2
t.
cos.
And
Okay.
so same similar
Right.
thing happens here, and we get 4 cosine squared.
Now, this is where we're going to take a little bit of a leap of faith because
Yes.
what we're going to say is that if this is what we've been given, then there's this really cool thing that happens. And if I go, hey, Mrs. Stevenson, I'm going to add x squared and y squared.
Well, and we recently did systems of equations. Let's say, let's pretend like we're trying to eliminate. What do we do when we eliminate? We add the
We add some
equations
stuff together. Okay,
So we're
even
going to add
better.
our equations together.
Got to add both sides because if you
So-
don't, then life could get nasty.
So on the left side, we'd have x squared plus y squared. That equals 4 sine squared t plus 4 cosine squared t. That may not seem super helpful at first
No.
for us to do this, but watch what happens. You want to solve?
Okay, factor out 4.
Okay, factor out the 4. Factoring out the 4.
Remember, anytime we can get sine squared plus cosine squared, we have 1. And anytime we have 1, we have sine squared plus cosine squared.
They are like interchangeable.
And
They're equal.
looky
Look what
here.
happened. Sine squared plus cosine squared is 1.
That goes away and becomes 4 times 1, which is
Just 4.
Just
So x
for
squared
Rizzle.
plus y squared equals 4. I really hope that at this point in our career this year, we know that this is a circle, especially after the last chapter we did, the systems chapter.
Was there a circle?
We graphed all kinds of circles.
Shut the door. Did we really?
Yeah, we did all the
Wow.
time.
Okay. I trust
So,
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.